invariably in a bull market, when IPOs come, you will see that better opportunities will exist after listing, maybe a year or 2 years after listing. I was reading an article, I think 60% or 55 to 60% of IPOs which happened in the last 2-3 years are all trading below their listing price, and even below the upper band of the price band at which they were listing. So what really happens is that with the advent of technology and all these payment apps and banking apps, it's so easy to apply into IPOs. You can do ASBA, which is application secured blocked amounts. Money stays in your bank, and everybody thinks that this IPO will be super oversubscribed, and you'll get some allocation and then you'll sell at some profit. So it's become more of a demand and supply game where the number of shares are limited in quantity, and the demand is pushed through a lot of sales effort, a lot of as I said, apps and banking apps and Paytm and all sorts of places from where you can bid, even paper forms and your brokerage accounts. So a lot of people are just applying for these IPOs because think of it as a lottery ticket, irrespective of the valuations at which it's trading. So again, I'll give you 2 examples here of IPOs which where the businesses I really liked. I wanted to buy into that, but the IPOs happened at insane kind of price, and it went up further. First, which I remember, a stock which I hold today is Tata Technologies. Again, I've done a whole video on that. I'll give a link to an article which I published 3 or 4 days before the IPO was to be launched. I think the IPO price band was fair, but the IPO opened at almost 60-70% premium. It went up to 1200 rupees and people were buying it at that time. Today, that same Tata Technology share is trading at 670, 675. No one's buying it. I bought it, from a price to earnings multiple of 80 back then when everyone was buying it. Today, it's trading at 40. And nobody wants to buy it. So that was, one stock which I really liked. I didn't buy it in the IPO because there was a frenzy. The other was actually Paytm itself, which was overvalued, still remains overvalued. But, again, the business growth potential is immense. So 2,100 was a crazy price. I bought it at 1200. It fell down to around 600, 500, thereabouts. So around 550, 600, I bought more of it. So I'm holding it at around 922 the price, but I'm holding it purely because I think exciting things will happen in this company going forward. So mostly you'll see Paytm is a perfect example that IPOs, when they're launched, if the brand is really popular, if it's very visible, like Paytm, it's visible everywhere, but you're paying too much for it.